Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Hello and welcome to Bytes of Health, where we hope to take a bite out of your parent worries each day with sound advice and guidance. Every morning, we'll answer a commonly asked pediatric question in 5 minutes or less. I'm Dr. Jess Steier, a public health scientist, and today I'm joined by both of our amazing pediatrician besties.
I'm Dr. Dina DiMaggio, a general pediatrician from New York City.
And I'm Dr. Anthony Porto, pediatric gastroenterologist from Connecticut. Dina and I have been best friends and colleagues for over 20 years and have a special interest in infant and toddler feeding.
So today, the docs are going to share 5 items they do not recommend to parents of infants and toddlers. The clock is ticking, so let's get to it. First on the list, walkers.
So baby walkers send thousands of children to the hospitals, and the APS calls on a ban on the manufacture and sale of them, but yet we still hear parents using them, and they're often commonly sold in popular baby stores. You know, parents love them because they think they help their child walk, but in actuality, they delay when a child walks. And they're dangerous. So babies can roll down stairs in them, which can cause broken bones and head injuries. They can reach higher in a walker and pull down, say, pots of boiling water off a stove or hot cups of liquid from tables. I've treated babies in them with burns and head injuries. So just say no to walkers. They are dangerous and not helpful.
All right, next on the list, the rock and play.
So I remember having this item on our registry and we used it. We loved it with our 9-year-old who, when he was an infant, when he was napping, we used it when he was next to us in our bedroom at night. And then several years ago, it was recalled. And the millions of these sleepers were recalled because it was linked to dozens of deaths in infants. Since that recall, though, we're still seeing these deaths because parents remember using it for one child and are using it for their younger child, are looking at buying it on the internet in a used form, even though they're no longer available new. And I have a lot of patients who have gastroesophageal reflux disease who like that because it elevates the child and puts them at an incline.
And I remember using this with my child too as the number one baby item registry that was hot at the time because it helped infants sleep. And I put my oldest daughter in it for a nap. And I, as a tired parent, fell asleep for a few seconds. And I woke up and I looked over at her and she was blue. So it was horrifying. I picked her up. She was okay, thankfully, right away. But then we realized because this incline is a dangerous product because babies don't have good head control at this age. What happened was her head went to her neck. It cut up her airway and she turned blue. And this is why babies die from them. So even though parents think, you know, it won't happen to my baby, I won't not attend my baby in it, it can cut off their airway. And this is why babies should not be placed in this item.
And these sleepers also have padded sides. And just like crib bumpers, both of these can cause babies to suffocate, especially if they can turn over. So it's one of those things that it's good until it's not good, and then it becomes really bad.
All right, so not worth the risk. Next on the list, the Docatot.
Ooh, the Docatot is one of the pediatrician's most hated products out there for a long time. And thankfully, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has issued a warning about infant loungers after reports of infant deaths in them. So these infant loungers are typically round, pillow-like products designed for laying a baby down in the center of them. They're not marketed for sleep, but all over the internet, we see babies in them peacefully sleeping, and parents buy them and love them because they say babies sleep better in them. But they're a risk because they're soft and pillowy on the sides, so babies' noses and mouths can become blocked in them, or I have commonly seen babies roll over in them and then they get trapped underneath the Docatot. So they're dangerous and not worth the risk. They're very expensive. So return them, get your money back. It's not worth it.
All right, let's keep the sleep theme going with the Magic Merlin sleep suit.
I feel like this list is like my parent confessional because I use this sleep suit for both my kids, my 9-year-old and my 5-year-old when they were infants. And these are just weighted suits. And what they do is they keep the baby in a very steady position, which hopefully will decrease their startle reflex, which makes them sleep better. But the problem with it, when they're used for naps and sleep time, it can really keep the baby on their back, making them get flat heads because they're not able to move in them, and also can make them not be able to meet their milestones appropriately, especially as they're used in older infancy. It's really just better to swallow your child until they're rolling over and then let them be more free so they can develop appropriately.
All right, last on the list, the baby Brezza.
So the baby Brezza is basically like a K-cup machine for making formula. And I realized it could be dangerous years ago when some of my parents who loved the machine because it saves them time for making their formula were telling me that some of the bottles they made looked differently than other of the bottles, meaning that some of the bottles were made more concentrated or more dilute, so they look differently, which is dangerous because baby formula needs to be made completely correctly. And if not, it can lead to electrolyte imbalances, it can lead to malnutrition, it can even lead to seizures and death.
And as a gastroenterologist, I often see infants who come with vomiting or report weight gain. And the first question I have is, how are you mixing the formula? And if they're using the baby Brezza, I usually recommend mix it the way the can indicates, because that's the only way we're going to know that your child's getting the right amount of calories and it's not overly concentrated or dilute.
Wow. Well, I learned a lot. We hope you learned a lot, and we have much more to share. Be sure to follow us at Bytes of Health on Instagram. That's Bytes with a Y. Leave us a podcast review and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
From the terrifying power of tornadoes to sizzling summer temperatures, AccuWeather Daily brings you the top trending weather-related story of the day, 7 days a week. You can learn a lot in just a few minutes with stories about impending hurricanes, winter storms, or even what not to miss in the night sky. So listen and subscribe to AccuWeather Daily wherever you get your podcasts. That's AccuWeather Daily wherever you get your podcasts.